From high atop the Howard Stern building in Midtown Manhattan, no more bullshit. This is a Howard 100 News Brief.
I'm Steve Warren. Some of the America's Got Talent competitions are being taped in Las Vegas, not Howard Stern's favorite city. Here's Howard 100 News on your side.
Howard 100 News on your side.
Why am I in the middle of the desert?
In the middle of talking about America's Got Talent, Howard switching gears, revealing his disdain for the desert.
Man does not belong in the desert. You know, this is a desert I'm standing in. I'm not even sure why we have to do any of this show from Las Vegas. I don't know why I'm here, but it's flat and it's 106 degrees. I put my foot down. I was by the pool and I put my foot down on the ground. It was like burning, like sizzling, like a hamburger. That's how hot it is. Man does not belong in the desert. Do you understand what I'm saying, John? It's a flat piece of land that is too hot. This is crazy.
Howard will soon be out of the desert and back in the city. John Lieberman, Howard 100 News.
At 5 p.m. Eastern, it's Dr. Fish and Shuley with some topics right out of the recent headlines on Howard 101.
This Howard News, they get me riled up.
They're killing you.
Riling up the king of all media since 2005. This is Howard 100 News.
Now that things have reached the boiling point between Eric the actor, Johnny Fratto, and The Stern Show, what's next? It's Howard 100 News you need to know.
Howard 100 News you need to know.
Hello, Eric. We're calling for a very specific reason, Eric, and that is...
Hold on, Eric. Are you sitting down right now?
Yes.
Obviously.
Oh, yeah. Sorry. Sorry. All right, not off to the best start, but a start nonetheless. Eric the actor is on the outs when it comes to The Stern Show, and I love Eric too much to let this happen without a fight. So his manager, Johnny Fratto, and I called Eric and put together a little intervention. Thank you. In hopes of keeping Eric around. But in order to do that, Eric needs to apologize to Howard for blaming him for unruly jerks harassing him on Twitter. It sounds easy until you present that to Eric.
If I felt I went too far and if I felt I did something wrong, I would admit to it. But thing is, I didn't. All I was doing was defending myself.
Twitter has nothing to do with Howard.
He's an enabler.
You don't have to be on Twitter, so that makes you the enabler.
But the way he acts on air makes it seem all right to his overly obsessed, brainwashed listeners that it's cool to treat people like that.
You know, he deals with his own hate on Twitter, with himself, with his wife, people posting real personal stuff. He deals with that, and he's talked about it on the air. So who does he have to blame for that?
Yeah.
Well, my thought to that is maybe he needs to take the advice that he told me several times and shut his own Twitter account down.
But how come you haven't shut yours down, and instead you're blaming people who are not responsible for it?
Because if I do that, the people that are torturing me, they get what they're probably looking for, which is to get rid of me off of Twitter.
You've just heard total and complete denial, but I don't give up so easy. Just ask my wife. Shuli Agar, Howard 100 News.
Tonight at 7 p.m. Eastern, which side of the law are you really on? Ask the guys on Deal and Straight on Howard 101.
Assigning our chicken shit reporters terrifying stories since 2005.
I said stop, dude!
This is Howard 100 News.
Have you visited the new howardstern.com website lately? There's a Howard timeline, a media vault. There's also profiles of the staff and much more, and it's all at howardstern.com. And now you can get access to hundreds of SiriusXM shows, including Howard Stern, whenever you want, with SiriusXM On Demand. For details, go to SiriusXM.com/on-demand. You can Twitter The Stern Show anytime by getting the latest news and updates from Howard 100 News. Just go to twitter.com/Stern Show. And if you see Stern News, you tell us about it. Email howard100news@SiriusXM.com or call the toll-free tip line anytime, 877-H100-TIP. Another Howard 100 News Brief at the top of the hour, or as close as we can get.
high atop the Howard Stern building in Midtown Manhattan, no more bullshit. This is a Howard 100 News Brief.
I'm Steve Warren. The torrid relationship between Johnny Fratto and Eric the actor has taken another turn. A lot can happen, and there can be some fallout as Howard 100 News investigates.
Howard 100 News investigates.
Well, we warned Eric a billion times that he was going too far and to get off of Twitter, and he obviously wants to fight, and he went too far, like a lot of stars go too far, Shirley.
Johnny Fratto is the man by Eric's side ever since his career took off and he went from midget to actor. Now Johnny's worried that train is coming to a stop thanks to Eric blaming Howard for assholes on Twitter harassing him. Howard, of course, has nothing to do with it and doesn't condone it in any way, shape, or form. So when Eric blamed Howard for these assholes, let's just say Boss wasn't too happy with what he was hearing. And last we heard, Eric is on the outs. So I asked Johnny, how do we get him back in? Or do we replace him?
The problem is now we have things like The Bold and the Beautiful, and there's a few other gigs that have not been done, and hopefully we can find a replacement.
But the reality of it is that Eric is now tainted.
Absolutely, that's 100% true. So without Howard's backing, Eric is, pretty much, the Fatty Arbuckles, the people that have been banished from Hollywood. Eric is almost on the O.J. Simpson level, I think, with this.
So, Johnny, how does Eric fix this?
In my opinion, I think the only way that he could make it right would be to, on his own thing, go in the homo room. I think if he went in the homo room, stayed in the homo room with Howard, I think that might do it. But I'm not sure because Howard seemed very, very upset. So, again, we might be talking about replacement.
Do you think maybe it's time for an intervention?
I say an intervention would be the best thing.
That's all I needed to hear. Intervention coming up. Shuli Agar, Howard 100 News.
Howard 100 News, the only news organization that gives a shit about Eric the actor.
Oh, well, yeah. Yeah, I guess you could say that.
She's been inside Studio 69 and even won the Best Spanking Award on Howard TV. But now, Kira Reed Lorsch is on a new mission along with her husband. The Hollywood couple is pushing to free Dr. Shakil Afridi, a man who helped law enforcement find Osama bin Laden, but who himself is now jailed in Pakistan. Kira joined John Lieberman on Lieberman Live at 5.
This guy was bound and blindfolded and being tortured and being burned. One of the things, that's what pulled on my heartstrings to care about it to begin with. Just the guy who saved us from the threat of a terrorist, Osama bin Laden, and he's being tortured. That's crazy.
And this was a guy who was denied access to a lawyer. He didn't even get to see the evidence against him. He didn't get to testify in his own defense. And here we stand giving billions and billions of dollars to Pakistan, and this is what they're doing.
It makes me crazy. It should be making everybody crazy. But that's why I'm going to be crazy for everyone and hope that they, join my crazy bandwagon.
You can find out more about the effort to free Dr. Afridi on the all-new HowardStern.com. And by the way, if you haven't been there yet, there's something for everybody. A calendar and a show schedule for Howard 100 and Howard 101, a new fan zone, This Day in Howard History, and a lot more. All on HowardStern.com.
Broadcasting deep from the heart of the Howard Stern building, the pulse of the Howard Stern channels. This is Howard 100 News.
You can always get Stern Show updates and stories from Howard 100 News by going to twitter.com/Stern Show. And when you see Stern News, tell us about it. Email howard100news@SiriusXM.com or call the tip line 877-H100-TIP. Another Howard 100 News brief at the top of the hour, or as close as we can get.
Howard 100.
From high atop the Howard Stern building in Midtown Manhattan, no more bullshit. This is a Howard 100 News Brief.
I'm Steve Warren. We've been sharing information with you about the new America's Got Talent season, but what does the average TV viewer think about this season? Howard 100 News sent Lisa G into the streets to find out. It's Howard 100 News on your side.
Howard 100 News on your side.
Last night, Tuesday night, they had a guy with a snake who popped a balloon that he was holding in his mouth.
I hope he doesn't get his face ripped off.
Let the talent begin. The streets of New York City all abuzz over Tuesday night's season premiere of America's Got Talent.
So what do you think of Howard as a judge?
Love Howard and everything he's ever done.
I think he's funny.
Lots of good talent this year.
Yeah.
One of the surprises was a middle-aged guy who lays tiles during the day, but had the voice of an angel when he got up on stage and sang with his guitar. AGT judge Howard Stern loved him. So did this woman.
That's why America is so successful. One of the reasons is just so that you can go for your dream.
It's never too late.
I went back to school midlife and started my own business. So, no, it's not.
And before you know it, you'll be auditioning for Howard.
Maybe.
Dreams really do come true on America's Got Talent. Tune in next Tuesday on NBC. Lisa G., Howard 100 News.
Tonight at 7 p.m. Eastern, which side of the law are you on? Ask the guys who've been on both sides on Dealin' Straight on Howard 101.
If your mother tells you she loves you, check your sources. This is Howard 100 News.
And Eric the Actor crisis averted or just making matters worse? You decide. Here's Howard 100 News you need to know.
Howard 100 News you need to know.
Hello.
Eric, we lost you. Did you hang up?
Yes, I did. I said sorry, then I immediately changed my mind and hung up on you.
Oh, I didn't hear the changing of the mind part. So now you are not sorry.
Right after I said I said, fuck no, I'm not, and I said bye.
Eric finally saw the light, or at least that's what Johnny Fratto and I thought when it came to him apologizing to the king of all media when he accused Howard for being responsible for the actions of asshole fans on Twitter who lived to harass Eric. So Eric apparently apologized, then said fuck no, and hung up. So I'm giving him one last chance, or most likely, he'll be gone from the show for good. And all those acting gigs, they're going to come to a sudden and complete stop, much like his wheelchair on a set of stairs. Why don't you apologize just one more time? Make sure we got all that audio. Go ahead.
Really? It was tough enough for me to do it the first time.
Just do it.
Just do it. All right, come on. 3,
I'm
2,
sorry.
1. I stepped on. Sorry. Go ahead. 3, 2, 1.
Don't do that again, because I'm not going to redo it if you step over me again. I am sorry for accusing Howard for all the Twitter torture from the fans, the low-life, no-life-having fans. I know that it really isn't him that's causing people to act like asses and be juvenile and immature on Twitter. They just need to grow the fuck up and act like real fucking adults. So it's not his fault, and I'm sorry for accusing him of it being his fault.
Bravo.
And I'll give him a little bit of he's been good to me.
Yeah. He's been good to me, and I will never forget that. Go ahead. Do that one.
He's been good to me, and I will never forget that.
And he loves the handicap, which he does.
And he loves the handicap.
And that you would drink champagne out of Richard's ass.
Go ahead.
To toast.
I'm not drinking shit out of anyone's ass.
All right. That was one of the angriest apologies I've ever heard. Shuli Agar, Howard 100 News.
Use Twitter for news from The Stern Show and to get updates from Howard 100 News. Just go to twitter.com/Stern Show.
Just the tip.
What is in the news?
The Howard 100 News tip line.
Breaking news.
Call 877-H100-TIP or email howard100news@SiriusXM.com.
If you're a smoking hot chick with a passion for the Howard Stern Show, you could have a shot at $5,000 cash in the Hottest Chick, Biggest Fan contest, sponsored by SiriusXM. No purchase necessary. Must be at least 21 and a resident of U.S. or Puerto Rico to enter. Better hurry. Enter is by email only and must be received by noon Eastern tomorrow, Thursday, June 6th. For official rules and complete details, visit SiriusXM.com/Howard. For traffic and weather for Orlando, Houston, Chicago, and other major cities, go to Sirius or XM, channels 132 to 140. Another Howard 100 News Brief at the top of the hour, or as close as we can get.
Howard 100.
From high atop the Howard Stern building in Midtown Manhattan, no more bullshit. This is a Howard 100 News Brief.
I'm Steve Warren. We're getting to know the members of the Stern team better and better. John Lieberman has the awesome responsibility of digging deeply into the life of Ronnie Mund. Let's find out more as Howard 100 News investigates.
Howard 100 News investigates.
Ronnie, where were you born?
Brooklyn, New York.
What is your fondest childhood memory?
Humping my neighbor when I was 9 years old on my couch and my father caught us.
In a revealing series of questions, Ronald Mund becoming the first staffer in our new segment, Lieberman Staff Profiles, where staff members will answer 10 questions. You just heard the first 2. Here are some more.
Keep going.
What is your favorite Stern Show moment?
Dude, there's so many. I can't even remember. I mean, the coolest thing was meeting Paul McCartney and bringing him up in the elevator, in the freight elevator over at K-Rock.
What is your favorite food?
Anything Italian, man. I love Italian food, like traditional Italian food.
I like squirt juice.
Jesus.
What type of woman do you prefer?
Smoking hot, man, and she has to squirt.
More Ronald Mund answers as our reporting continues. John Lieberman, Howard 100 News.
Tonight, Abe Cannon live from Chicago at 8 p.m. Eastern on Howard 101.
We know better than to go to Vegas during the week. This is Howard 100 News.
Bullying has been the subject of much concern recently, especially bullying done on the internet, resulting in some high-profile court cases. Now, one in-again, out-again Stern Show personality has weighed in on the subject. Here's Howard 100 News on your side.
Howard 100 News on your side.
I put together this petition. At first, I didn't know how to do it. I just found it Sunday night, found change.org.
Nobody likes a bully, especially Eric the actor. And lately it seems like that's all he deals with on Twitter. Just one bully after another. So Eric's had enough, and you can help him put an end to keyboard tough guys.
This petition is to try to clean up Twitter, to try to get rid of the fake accounts that are floating around Twitter, the people misusing Twitter to, make fun of people. To me, what Twitter should be is somewhere where if you're a fan of a certain celebrity or athlete, you should be able to tweet them, any question that you have without then having some asshole come along and make fun of you.
So if you're not blocked by Eric on his Twitter or on his Facebook page, then you can go and sign this petition. If you are blocked, then you probably weren't going to sign it anyways. And before I got off the phone with him, Johnny Fratto shares a heartwarming story about the man who's leading the anti-bully movement.
By the way, Shirley,
yes,
he called me an orange, chain-smoking... What was it, Eric, that you said to my wife?
Bastard.
Yeah, okay.
The guy who called you an orange, an orange smoking chain smoking bastard has put together an anti-bullying petition.
Yeah, and we're doing anti-bullying. Yeah.
Julie Agar, Howard 100 News.
At 2 p.m. Eastern today, it's an all-new This Date in Howard History on Howard 101.
When a midget's head explodes, Howard 100 News is there.
You fucking retard.
Catch up on the really important news you may have missed this week at 6 a.m. on Friday with the Howard 100 News Week in Review on Howard 101. There's a brand new HowardStern.com website. Check out the new Media Vault, visit the AGT section, or meet the staff. It's all at HowardStern.com. Do you tweet? If so, go to Twitter for news from The Stern Show and updates from Howard 100 News. That's twitter.com/Stern Show. Another Howard 100 News Brief at the top of the hour, or as close as we can get.
atop the Howard Stern Building in Midtown Manhattan. No more bullshit. This is a Howard 100 News Brief.
I'm Mike Hambrick. Stern Show fans are always digging. This time, Anne Hirsch has unearthed a 1942 movie called Moontide, where she found a catchphrase very similar to Bobo's phrase, Bobo ain't so stupid.
Bobo ain't so dumb after all. Shut up, you mutt.
What are you, drunk?
Listen, baby. You ain't talking to just anyone, remember? You're talking to a guy who knows the answers. That Bobo ain't so dumb.
Not fair that we have a news department following us around.
That's right.
You can't escape Howard 100 News.
Another one of my dumb ideas. Have you been to the new HowardStern.com website yet? Check it out. The Media Vault, profiles of the Stern team, and the Howard Timeline. That's at HowardStern.com.
Shouting, hey now, from the mountaintop.
Hey now.
This is Howard 100 News.
He's been threatening to do it for years. Eric the actor has pulled the plug on manager Johnny Fratto. It's Howard 100 News you need to know.
Howard 100 News you need to know.
Well, even though he tried about 2 weeks ago today to try to get Howard to change his mind and have Howard unban me, I have actually this past weekend fired Johnny.
Who knew that such big news could come from such a tiny source? Eric the actor has hinted many times that he wants to fire Johnny Fratto, and it looks like that day has arrived. And I asked Eric, since the news broke, if he's been contacted by agencies or managers who would like the honor of representing Eric the actor.
Not that I know of at the moment, but I informed Johnny in a text message that I'll be sending the HTC Evos back to him soon, and, you know, it's just enough is enough with this shit.
So now that you're off Twitter and the show, I mean, how can people reach you to represent you?
I guess through, even though I'm banned, I guess maybe through the show. I mean, someone hopefully will still forward me the email, or maybe through you, since you and I seem to still be on good terms.
Great, just what I wanted, to be manager for Eric. Shul Yegar, Howard 100 News.
Tonight at 7 p.m. Eastern, it's Riley Martin and Friends. That's 7 p.m. Eastern on Howard 101.
Howard 100 News. Can you handle the truth?
Johnny Depp is Honey Boo Boo's biggest fan. Depp, age 50, admitted his guilty pleasure is watching the TLC series Here Comes Honey Boo Boo, saying, quote, I mean, yeah, I guess, yeah, I could be called a fan, end quote. In a recent interview with Rolling Stone, Depp confessed he spends his free time watching, quote, the trashiest television imaginable, end quote. Twitter The Stern Show for news and updates from Howard 100 News. That's twitter.com/Stern Show. Another Howard 100 News brief at the top of the hour, or as close as we can get.
Howard 100.
From high atop the Howard Stern Building in Midtown Manhattan, no more bullshit. This is a Howard 100 News Brief.
I'm Mike Hambrick. Paul Giamatti has gone on to be a successful actor since the days of filming Private Parts, but he remains a super Stern fan.
You tell me what happened on that day in history.
Today in Howard History with Lisa G.
Honest to God, some of the most fun I've ever had working on a movie.
Actor Paul Giamatti played Howard's boss, Pig Virus, in Private Parts.
And the first thing you've got to do is say the call letters properly. The way it's said properly is WNBC.
Back on July 19th, 2006, Paul visited Studio 69 for the first time and raved about working on set with Howard Stern.
That was fun. Everything else sucked after that.
I know.
Paul went on to have an illustrious career and even got nominated for an Oscar back in 2006 for Cinderella Man. He said he was going to thank Howard if he won Best Supporting Actor.
Now you're fucking me
I was going to thank you. Yes.
Paul, unfortunately, did not win. And that's your Howard history for July 19th. Lisa G., Howard 100 News.
7 p.m. Eastern, Tuesday, July 23rd on Howard 101. It's the America's Got Talent All Access Show with John Hine and High Pitch Mike.
Howard 100 News on your side until we're not.
Manager Johnny Fratto is stuck in the middle again, and he's frustrated. It's Howard 100 News behind the scenes.
Howard 100 News behind the scenes.
You know, Shirley, it's Johnny. I guess there's only one word that explains this. Help.
Johnny Fratto thought all of his problems were behind him. He was done representing Eric the Actor and took on a new client, Jeff the Drunk, and a bright new future was ahead of him. But the funny thing about the Whack Pack is, you want it so bad until you get it, and then you wish you were dead.
Shirley, you got to call me and get these messages off my phone. First of all, I've got Eric and Jeff calling nonstop. Now both of them are calling nonstop. And I'm pretty sure I got a call from High Pitch Eric wanting me to manage him, and kind of felt like he was offering sexual favors. So give me a call.
End of message.
And you know what the kicker in all this is? I'm not surprised by any of it. Shul Yeagar, Howard 100 News.
Tonight at 7 p.m. Eastern, it's Howard 100 News Week in Review on Howard 101.
Don't forget to tip your news team. Call the Howard 100 News tip line, 877-H100-TIP. Or email Howard100News at SiriusXM.com.
It's only about the world of Howard Stern Show.
Have you checked out the Media Vault on the HowardStern.com website? That's where you can hear things like JD's love poem to Katy Perry.
To date Katy Perry would be very merry. She is as sweet as a tart and has taken a place in my heart.
That's HowardStern.com. Another Howard 100 News brief at the top of the hour, or as close as we can get.
Howard 100.
From high atop the Howard Stern building in Midtown Manhattan, no more bullshit. This is a Howard 100 News Brief.
I'm Mike Hambrick. For Marianne from Brooklyn, the opening night of AGT live from Radio City Music Hall, a modern-day Cinderella story. It's Howard 100 News, behind the scenes.
Howard 100 News, behind the scenes.
Tuesday, it's going to be the AGT premiere at Radio City Music Hall.
Marianne from Brooklyn is dusting off her tiara and getting her gown and stilettos ready for AGT's first live show from New York City Tuesday night.
Imagine the Queen is going to be at AGT with Howard Stern.
Marianne will be on the red carpet, too, along with Howard's fellow judges, Howie Mandel, Heidi Klum, and Mel B. They'll be walking the red carpet before the live show.
All the fans are coming out. It's going to be the best place for people to come because it's New York City, our hometown.
The show kicks off live from Radio City Music Hall at 9 p.m. Eastern on NBC.
You make it here, Lisa, you can make it anywhere.
Lisa G., Howard 100 News.
Tonight at 7 p.m. Eastern, the AGT All Access Show with High Pitch Mike and John Hine. That's 7 p.m. Eastern on Howard 101.
Not fair that we have a news department following us around.
That's right.
You can't escape Howard 100 News.
Another one of my dumb ideas.
The Eric the Actor, Jeff the Drunk, and Johnny Fratto feud continues. Eric the Actor explaining why he despises the drunk. It's Howard 100 News you need to know.
Howard 100 News you need to know.
He either by this weekend has to dump Jeff being representing him, or else I am completely done with being represented by Johnny.
Eric the Actor has spoken. Johnny Fratto has two options. Either drop Jeff the Drunk as a client or lose Eric the Actor as a client. But he will not be representing both. That's according to Eric. So my question to Eric is why? What is it about Jeff that you hate so much? You're fine with Johnny representing High Pitch Eric and others, so why not Jeff?
Jeff is a pathetic piece of shit. And he caused his own problems by getting into a car under the fucking influence of alcohol and crashing it. I didn't ask to be the way that I am. He could have prevented himself from being the way that he is now.
That's deep shit. Shuli Agar, Howard 100 News.
Today at 5 p.m. Eastern, it's an all-new Jackie's Joke Hunt. That's on Howard 101, 5 p.m. Eastern. The Rolling Stones expressing their gratitude to fans for supporting the group's 50 and Counting tour. The group released a video message doing just that.
We had a fantastic time. We want to thank you all for coming, and we hope to see you again very soon.
Yes, and we second that emotion. Excellent.
There you go.
Another Howard 100 News brief at the top of the hour, or as close as we can get.
Howard 100.
From high atop the Howard Stern building in Midtown Manhattan, no more bullshit. This is a Howard 100 News Brief.
I'm Mike Hambrick. There's nothing like the exhilaration of getting a new car. For Ronnie, the limo driver, when it happens, it's big news. And now Jason is in on the trip. It's Howard 100 News you need to know.
Howard 100 News you need to know.
So I went to the Honda dealership with my mom and my dad. I needed my dad there because he drove me because I had no working car. And what sucked was that, after, make the deal, got myself a nice price on the car, got myself a nice low APR, and then they pull you in the back to talk, to finalize the financing, and that's when they hit you up with all this, insurance, you need this, you need that.
On the heels of Ronald Munn's new car purchase, Jason Kaplan buys a new car too. He brought along his dad for support, but he didn't get what he needed from him.
I'm still fucking shell-shocked from everything I just went through with my current car. And I'm like, yeah, whatever it takes to protect this car, let's do it. And then, of course, my monthly payment goes up because of that. And anyway, I walk out of there, and my dad goes, oh, yeah, I should have told you not to buy any of that stuff. I'm like, whoa. I go, what do you do? I go, what good does that do me after the fact? He's like, oh, yeah, I meant to tell you, but I didn't tell you. So I'm just like, useless. Thank you for the ride, but not thank you for the support, Dad.
John Lieberman, Howard 100 News.
Don't forget to tip your news team. Call the Howard 100 News tip line, 877-H100-TIP. Or email howard100news@SiriusXM.com.
It's only about the world of Howard Stern Show.
For Jeff the Drunk and Eric the Actor, the die is cast. It's an act-off.
I feel great. I practiced lines last night, and I know what the fuck I'm doing.
Is there any part of you that thinks that you could lose to Eric in an acting challenge? You've seen him act. He hasn't seen you act.
Can you really call him acting? I think not.
So you're not impressed with any of his roles?
One of the best roles I've ever seen Eric do are rolling in the wheelchair.
Tomorrow at 6 a.m. and 7 p.m. Eastern, it's the Howard 100 News Week in Review. That's on Howard 101.
Broadcasting deep from the heart of the Howard Stern building, the pulse of the Howard Stern channels. This is Howard 100 News.
This next performer is returning to stand-up comedy after a 10-year absence. Please welcome Larry David.
Larry David is coming to HBO in a feature-length film, Clear History. Cast includes John Hamm, Stern Show guests Bill Hader and Eva Mendes, and Michael Keaton, among others. Check the HBO schedule for August 10th. For updates on The Stern Show and news from Howard 100 News, go to twitter.com/Stern Show. Another Howard 100 News brief at the top of the hour, or as close as we can get.
Howard 100.